And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. It's been a clinic so far from Enes Kanter.
Yeah, the rebounding, particularly on the offensive side, as good as it gets. He was bringing the effort down low.
And I tell you what, that allowed him to get his team several multiple shot opportunities. His work on the offensive glass has been invaluable.
Allen and Green are the wings. Marc Gasol is out there with Green, and it's Conley in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Dave Joerger.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark to the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
There's a screen by Kanter. And Ibaka kicks to Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Westbrook, a screen on Allen. But they'll get another chance. Back to Westbrook. Screen by Ibaka. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. And Dennis Kanter, Clark, a guy who combines brute strength with a high skill level. He finally got to strut his stuff last season with the Thunder.
After the trade, how about strutting his stuff to the tune of 19 and 11 as an average? Huge numbers for a guy who just didn't fit in with the Jazz.
Outside Westbrook. The feed to Kanter. Rejected by Gasol. Allen outside. Outside Conley. Gasol inside. Defended by Durant. The shot's good from Gasol.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
Oklahoma City trailing. Outside Westbrook. It's stolen by Green. Here's Allen. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Right at the free throw line. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Conley, the pass to Allen. From beyond the arc. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him. Guys, he's one of the main reasons this game is tied up. I mean, he's done his part to keep them in it.
One of the most dominant players in 2014 was Kevin Durant, of course, winning the league MVP. Then last year, cut short. We know that he's now on a mission to get back to that level. And Greg, it's hard.
Yeah, you know, it all came down to health for Kevin Durant. And at this point in his career, I mean, he's got the maturity. He's developed the skill set. He's just got to stay on the court. And really, when you talk about the game of basketball, the rest will take care of itself.
Allen dishes to Conley. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Conley's got the lead up to 2 now for Memphis.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
You know, talking about Durant as he looks to recapture the league MVP, he can take a cue from last year's MVP, Stephen Curry. Curry battled through numerous ankle injuries over the years earlier on, only to come out on the other side with his best season ever in 2K15.
And Green gets it to go.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Ibaka with the screen on Allen. It's Morrow atop the key. Can't hit. Now Memphis takes it the other way.
And getting back to Durant, sometimes adversity brings out the best in you. Adversity challenges you to rise above. And Kevin was already at the highest rung on the ladder. I think his opponent should be very afraid of what they're about to witness this season.
Here's Allen. and misses it off the right side of the rim.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Shot's good by Waiters. For Memphis, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. It's Allen on the wing. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Allen's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Grizzlies. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Yeah, you know, these are 2 rival teams that will see each other a fair amount this season. We'll see which team can tip it off with a win.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Carter comes in for Green, and it's Jordan Adams in for Allen. Mitch McGary's checked in for Oklahoma City. Augustine comes in for Russell Westbrook. The pass to McGary. With his first shot attempt, it's hauled in by Adams. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Outside Conley. To the paint. Kick out to Adams. Carter inside the 3-point line. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Outside Conley. Tipped away. Augustine with the steal. And here comes Augustine leading the fast break. A pull-up. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Morrow's got his second basket of the night.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Gasol a screen. Conley into the lane. He kicks it to Carter. Gasol passes to Randall. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, Greg. Getting everything he possibly could out of that play. Nicely done. Good call.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. White, he's checked in for Gasol. Barnes comes in for Vince Carter. Lee's checked in for Adams. And it's Chalmers in for Mike Conley. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Collison's out there. Pass to Waiters. They set the pick. From deep, Morrow. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Out to the wing. Barnes with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Lee kicks to right. He dishes it to Chalmers. No good on the 3.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch. I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And really, the Grizzlies might have dropped to 5th in their West in the final week, but they were near the top for most of last season. Often could be found in that 2 spot. And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Waiters. He's right around 9 points a night, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
And all indications are that he's been working hard on his game. It just hasn't shown up in the box score yet.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Durant's checked in. When you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
Dishes it to Barnes. 1:51 left in the third quarter. A wide open look here for Wright. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist. Oklahoma City's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents.
To the right side. Barnes dishes to Randolph. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the third. The shot, no good. Augustine with it. He's picked up by Lee. Down low. Here's Collison. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And, you know, as we've seen, success in the NBA can come in a lot of different packages. I mean, it can't happen without the big free agent signing or spending. It helps to draft a guy like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook for that matter.
Green, he's checked in for Memphis. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shot.
I've been impressed with how well they've penetrated tonight, too.
Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he had to do something. They're getting buffaloed and beat up. Well, he couldn't let that continue. He had to call the timeout there.
Marc Gasol has checked in for Brandon Wright. Augustine against Chalmers. Over in the corner, Lee to stop the run, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
It's been a good night for Marc Gasol. 9 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. First free throw is good. And so Marc Gasol nails both of them. The Thunder leading by 5 and stolen by Chalmers. He feeds it to Barnes. Back to Chalmers. Nice spin off the left rim and in. There's 21 seconds left to play here in the third. Chalmers against Augustine. There's the screen. Durant with a wide open look. Can't make good off the pick.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.